Good morning, it's good to see you. It's about 5:30 in the morning. I'm in Agra, heading down to the Taj Mahal. Going to have to run the auto rickshaw gauntlet this morning. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of tug of war, but the reason I'm up so early, it's quite nice apparently at sunrise at the Taj, but it's just so hot here. I thought I'd be able to handle it, but it's getting a little bit much actually. But anyway, onto the Taj. My first impressions of Agra is it's quite a dusty, ramshackle sort of a place, and from what I can gather, there's not much here apart from the Taj and a fort or two. As unlikely as it is, I hope we're going to get through the morning reasonably unmolested by people selling stuff and the tuk-tuk drivers. So here we are, as close as we can get, I believe. Thank you, sir. We have to buy a ticket, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of people who are going to sell them or attempt to sell them to us, but there'll be an official seems like there's a few dogs in Agra. There will be an official booth, no doubt. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. I've got my first friend for the day. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello. Fine, sir.
Sorry? Okay, but what do you want, sir? It started already. Getting
1 hour, 2 hours.
I'm not sure, sir. It looks like they're now negotiating on getting me back, and this man thinks he's going to have me as he's going to be my guide or my companion. Little do they know. Little do they know. All right, gentlemen, have a good day. Sir, I'm okay. Sir, I'm okay. I don't need your help. I'm very fine. Okay. You have a very nice day.
Good day.
I've picked up another friend. How are you this morning, sir? Hello, sir. Everything okay? Where are you going this morning?
We are going to Taj Mahal.
You're going to the Taj Mahal? Okay, have a pleasant day. So I fully expected it. You know, it's no secret that it's quite aggressive here with people wanting to I don't know, extract as much out of you as they can, and they're pretty deceitful and pretty good at it. But he's picked me up now, and I'm not sure what his intentions are.
We are actually the worker.
But he seems to be quite interested in me.
You have tickets?
Sorry?
You have tickets?
Yeah, I've got tickets, yeah.
Coffee one?
Yeah, thank you. I'm just going to pull in for a coffee and get started on the day. This is my my welcoming committee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A few people taking a bit of interest. Maybe it's good luck to get a customer early.
Actually, sir, we are working here the guides.
Yes, right, I'm sure. Thank you very much for introducing yourself. What was your name?
Myself, Mohammed.
Mohammed. You're very kind. I hope you have a successful day today, Mohammed, and find many people to guide through the building. I think it's very popular, and you'll have many jobs. Yeah. So I've explained a few times now to Mohammed and his friends that I don't need any assistance, but they won't leave. They just ask me now, where am I from? This is a normal ploy, a normal thing these guys do to make you feel a little bit looser, engage you in conversation, befriend you, and then they'll try slowly to get out of you. Oh, thank you, Mohammed. Thank you very much. Agra really is dog central. Right, we found our booking counter. We'll go buy a ticket. Good morning, sir. How are you? It's possible to buy a ticket, please.
Indian ticket?
Yes.
Indian ticket?
For me.
Owner?
A foreigner, yeah.
This side, sir.
This side? Thank you so much. Good morning, sir. How are you? How much is the ticket?
1,300.
Sorry?
1,300.
1,300. Have a good day. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Thank you. Got security here as well. I guess that makes sense. If there was somewhere there was excuse me, if there's somewhere that was going to be targeted. You want bags, sir? Thank you. They won't let me take my GoPro in on the handle. It's probably an 8-inch rigid handle, and I'm not allowed to take that in because they deem it as a tripod, and no tripods allowed. So I've got to put a few things in a storage locker. Many of you know I'm really quite attached to my bag. I've been separated from my bag. It's now on the other side of the turnstiles or the security, and I don't like being away from it because it's got, I don't know, it's almost like a security blanket, I guess, in a sense, but it also has some valuables in it, so I'd like to get back there pretty quickly.
Tell your name.
Wayne. There's no docket or ticketing system. I have to take a photo of my belongings, and then when I pick them up, show them the photo on the outside. Thank you, sir.
Only clothes, this one?
Laptop?
Oh my god. You have any guide? Tourist guide with you?
No.
Yes, good.
Why?
Laptop is not.
Laptop is not allowed. So I've got a bit of an issue. They won't let me in because I've got a laptop. And the only option is to put it behind one of these cafes in a box, security box or whatever, but there's no key. And it's a reasonably nice laptop and it's my tools, so I don't feel comfortable leaving it there. I carry it with me in most places if I'm not used to the hotel I'm staying at. Some people might think this is silly, but I think I'm going to have to leave the Taj for another day because I'm not being separated from an expensive laptop, you know. So we're going to have to find something else of interest. Some of the macaques here are just enormous. They're like dogs. You'll notice all these men walking around with these for the monkeys. Yeah? I'm assuming these guys are walking around with these sticks or batons to deal with the monkey troops that come along. How are you, sir? You well?
Yes.
Right, so the plan is just to wander around and, I don't know, have a look. Just a bit of word of warning for those who are going into the Taj. The security took my money belt and exposed everything in it to everyone that was around me, and yeah, that sort of, I wasn't very comfortable with that. I wish that they'd told me what they were doing. Look, don't get me wrong, I get it. I understand that these measures have to be taken. I guess I just wasn't prepared. I should have done a bit more research on what was going to happen. I just came across some ladies singing. Morning. Isn't that lovely? Ladies having a bit of a sing in the morning. So the channel's living up to its name. It's all becoming a bit of a fiasco. I think I'm going to be changing plans. I thought I'd be able to handle the heat. I knew it was going to be hot, but it's getting up into the 43s and 44s now every day, and it's just impossible to go out and do anything. The camera freezes because it's too hot and it doesn't work, so I can't shoot anything. I've got to get up early in the morning, and that's fine, but it's just not pleasant. So I'm thinking I'm going to hightail it back to Delhi and head up to the mountains. That's the rough plan for now. I had intended to go through to Lucknow and over to Calcutta and then fly down south, but now I think we might head up into the mountains, maybe the Kulu Valley, maybe Shimla, I'm not exactly sure, McLeodganj, I'm not sure, but yeah, boy, it's brutally hot. Oops, sorry. So I gave it a little more thought over my coffee, and I just can't bear to separate myself from the laptop. So we'll have to come back in the morning and another time. Might head into town now. We'll have a bit of a walk around central Agra. Many people have said that, you know, Agra hasn't been their most favourite stop during their tour through India, and I do get that. I can see pretty much the most positive things in the darkest of places, but it really is a challenging place for a number of reasons. Not just the touts and the scamminess of it, but it's just, I don't think there's any redeeming feature about the place other than the Taj. You'd come for one night, do the Taj and get out. Have a good day. Good luck to you, yeah? Just to give you an example, like, it's just, the whole town is like a bomb's been dropped on it. You could be in Lebanon. There's nothing too appealing about it at all. I'm often asked if I use a map on my phone when I'm walking around, and the fact is I don't. I prefer not to use it. I still haven't got a SIM card here in India. What this does, it sort of forces you to engage with people. If you want to get around, you have to ask. But before I go out, I will identify some landmarks or some major roads if I'm going to a particular area, so that if I know I go past that, like this statue, for example, that is at a roundabout. Today I've identified that as my go-to place. If I don't know where I am, I just say go to the roundabout or go to the statue, and I've got my bearings. I know where I am from there. But I just find it's isolating to be hunched over your phone all the time, looking at stuff. You're sort of disengaged or removed from the environment. I'll tell you a story. I was last in, I think it was Jodhpur or Udaipur, and there were 3 or 4 couples. It was an overnight bus, and there were 3 or 4 couples traveling as well, and I thought, oh, when we get off at the stop, I'll ask them where they're staying, because I didn't have anywhere booked, and we'll just have a chat, and I'll sort of glean some information from them. The bus stopped, and we all got off, and all the couples sort of isolated themselves and were hunched over the phone, and I'm standing there and no one's interested in anyone else, and it was really quite weird to me, because generally I've always sort of engaged with other travellers and found it, to find out where they're going and what they're doing. So these 3 or 4 couples identified where they needed to go, and off they went. And it's like they're travelling, they're kind of insulated, they're in this little bubble, this little phone bubble going about the way. I'm not judging people for how they want to travel, but for me personally, I want that engagement, I want that interaction. So I try not to use the maps at all. You can get around, people are very helpful. Good morning, sir, how are you? Sorry?
One photograph.
One photograph? Sure.
No photo.
You're going to the Taj today?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you want to feel like a celebrity, come to India. We have an opportunity to conduct a banana index. For those who don't know or are new to the channel, the banana index is not dissimilar to the McDonald's index, meaning that the price of McDonald's or a hamburger or bananas will give you a very general, very basic, very loose idea about the general cost of other things. I do it with bananas. Good morning, sir. How are you? How much are your bananas?
How many pieces, sir?
Let's say 5 piece.
5 piece, 50 rupees.
50.
1 piece, 10 rupees.
So 10 rupees for 1 piece. Thank you so much. I think, where was I? I think it was only 5 rupees per piece in Delhi. I think there's probably a little bit of tourist tax put on that one. I'm looking for something that's pleasant or nice, and this is about as close as I've got to it. I don't know, they must be lights, I guess, in the form of some type of flower perhaps. It's been a pretty disappointing morning for this guy. Up at 4, ready to do the sunrise at the Taj, deciding not to separate himself from his laptop, and travel's like that sometimes.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fine.
What's happening today?
Yeah.
Where are you going today?
We are going.
Oh, I'm just up the road, not far.
Yeah.
I'm not going so far at all.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, yeah?
Yeah, no problem.
Just pulled in for a bit of breakfast. Agra. It's a difficult place. There's nothing about it that's appealing at all. It's a one-night stop over to see the Taj and then get on your way. I'm a bit out of sorts this morning. I don't think it's particularly to do with not going into the Taj. I probably should have just trusted putting my laptop in a locker, but if I'd lost it, my trip is just thrown out of whack. It's heading towards 7 p.m. and I've come for another look at this magnificent monument to love. It's quite spectacular. Unfortunately, we've just missed the sun. It's still there, but it's sort of caught behind clouds. There's this lovely rooftop area at Shia Cafe. The owner of the hotel where I'm staying suggested I come here. He owns it. I need to offer some transparency, and said enjoy the sunset looking at the Taj. And the reality is, this is one of the great joys of being a YouTuber and doing what I'm doing. This is the first time I've been to Agra to look at the Taj. And I've mentioned it before, there are obvious places in the world that I've kind of avoided because they're so obvious. But as is often the case, when you go and see them, you get the full gravity or the full weight or the reason why you should visit them. And that is pretty impressive. I've ordered something to eat. I forget what it is. It's something paneer. I think there might be cheese or something in it. So the food I've ordered tonight is palak paneer. It's spinach with a few cheeses. Immediately you can tell that the texture is welcoming and warming. These paneers I find are almost winter foods. The spices is something. Look, it has to be said, I think in my limited experience in traveling, there are a couple of countries that go way beyond everywhere else as far as cuisine's concerned, and they are India and Thailand. And I find Indian food to be much deeper. It's much fuller. It's more serious. When you get into an Indian dish, or many of them, the game's on. You're going to come away feeling full, as opposed to Thai dishes, which are perhaps representative of the people. They're lighter, they're spicier. This is outstanding, like all the food I've had with this guy that I'm staying with. The cheese spreads itself through the sauce and the spinach and sort of lays out a path of welcoming and warmth, and the spinach slides over it, I guess you'd say. As many of you know, my ability to describe food is really quite limited, so I hope you'll bear with me on this. But wow, how else can I describe it? It's kind of like a mash. The texture and density of it, for me at least, very soothing. I find these consistencies quite comforting. You know, I find them really, really easy to settle into. The spices that were coming through, the spices that are coming through aren't overbearing. Like, this is straight off the menu, and I don't know whether they're accommodating tourists or travelers or whatever. But for me, as a guy who loves this spice, the spices in this are sort of hard held. They're a bit reserved, and it's not that pointy, sharpy spice. It's that all-encompassing, all enclosing sort of through your mouth. So every corner and nook and cranny is filled with this porridge of wonderful texture and spice. It's really, really, really quite good. I've accompanied the dish with some garlic naan. I'm actually a great lover of Italian food, but this combination of garlic, the texture of the bread being a little bit firmer, a little bit fuller, with that porridgey, mashed sort of texture of the what's it called again, guys?
Palak paneer.
Palak paneer. I've told you before, I don't do very well with the pronunciation or remembering of words. Yeah, so this contrast in the bread and the mash is really, really good. The garlic also brings a different story to the meal. It's sort of, it's not overbearing, it's very subtle. So that garlic now comes in to the fore and adds a different nuance to the dish. And I've made a really good call here. I don't make many good calls, but this one's all right. India can be a struggle, it can be challenging, but one thing that's impossible not to embrace is the food. It's just great. When I arrived at Shia Cafe earlier in the day, I was really, really fortunate to be introduced to the manager, or he introduced himself to me. Sanjeev, thank you so much for having me. You've been very generous, very kind.
You are welcome, and good evening, viewers. Welcome to Shia Cafe.
Yeah.
I'm a manager. My name is Sanjeev.
Sanjeev was just saying that I'm sorry I'm not dressed properly because it's been 43 degrees. It's hot, right? It's really, really hot. So we have no problem excusing you, Sanjeev, for your dress. What you've been working here now for a while, yeah?
Yeah, I have been working in this field past 20 years.
Your background is hospitality then, yeah?
Yeah.
I can tell you're very, very good at it. Do you come from Agra?
My grandfather and my father are from Agra. My birthplace is 40 kilometers from this place.
Oh, I see. And how long now have you been in the city?
In the city, I have been working last almost 16 years.
Oh, a long time.
Yeah.
You seem very happy, Sanjeev. When, I look at you during the day and I see that you are very happy, very content with your life, yeah?
Yeah, I need to give hospitality to my customers.
Yeah.
And when I am happy, I see them happy, like this life goes on.
What do you think is the secret to a happy life, Sanjeev?
Make happy, make others happy.
I have to agree. I think it's got to be about everyone else.
You have to keep your smiling face every time.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got a great smiling face,
Thank you,
Sanjeev.
thank you so much.
You're very kind.
Nice meeting you.
Really nice of these guys to stop and talk with me. Shia Cafe, probably the closest rooftop cafe at this height that you can get to the Taj. That's just about it for this one. As always, thanks very much for coming along for the ride. I hope you're well and happy in life and doing the things you want to do. We'll see you soon.